Good afternoon. My name is Maxine Bryan, and today I'm preparing for Multicultural Parent Teacher Conference. Today, we will be discussing an important aspect of our roles as educators in a multicultural school setting, preparing for parent teacher conferences with families who speak different languages. I will also be talking about the effective communication with our diverse families because that is important to supporting our students' success. So let's jump right in. We have to understand the cultural and linguistic diversity. So before we can effectively communicate, it is crucial to understand and respect the cultural backgrounds of our students and their families. We must acknowledge the families that may have different customs, values, and communication styles. Language barriers can also pose a very big challenge. Make it clear and simple. Additionally, nonverbal cues such as gestures and facial expressions play a significant role in cross cultural communication. We must also communicate considerations. So, what does that mean? We have to ensure an effective communication. We need to employ practical strategies. Using trained interpreters proficient in family's language can help bridge communication gaps. We should also communicate again in clear and simple language, no jargon. Visual aids such as charts or graphs can enhance understanding, especially for families with limited English proficiency. We have to provide written materials, yes, in a home language of the parent to demonstrate respect and inclusivity. All right, so let's talk about the steps. Let's break down the steps to conducting a successful parent teacher conference. First, prepare. It includes gathering student work samples and preparing talking points. A warm welcome sets the tone, helping families feel comfortable and valued. Discussing the students' progress provides an opportunity to celebrate achievement and address any concerns. Setting collaborative goals ensures shared expectations and summarizes the meeting and why you are there. So let's talk about the Sylvia family, shall we? Let's prepare. But in order to prepare, I guess we have to know who they are. We have a Portuguese speaking family from Brazil, although that is not the place of origin from the mom. She is from Angola, who oftentimes speak Portuguese as a second language. However, they resided in Brazil for quite some time. Now, parent one works long hours and parent two is a stay at home mom, but they struggle both with English and fluently speak Portuguese. We have a sister who is born in the US with English, but we have to strive to ask for an interpreter. We do not rely on children, our students, to be interpreters. That is unprofessional and can cause many issues. Now, our student, Miguel, he is a recent immigrant from Brazil from 2 to 6 months, meaning recent, and he is shy and struggles with English. Let's put together a checklist. To prepare for the Sylvia family, it is essential to arrange for a skilled Portuguese interpreter who can facilitate clear communication. Gathering Maria's progress reports and work samples, Miguel's work progress and samples will help illustrate his strengths and areas of improvement. Visual aids such as bilingual agenda or charts show Miguel's progress, and it can help him in conveying information effectively. Creating a welcoming environment ensures that the Sylvia family feels comfortable and respected. So, let's talk about conducting the conference. We might start off with a greeting that's in Portuguese, meaning we have to learn basic Portuguese phrases. Thank you for joining us today. The interpreter will introduce themselves as well and facilitate introductions. Today, we'll discuss Maria's progress. I, the teacher, show visual aids of Miguel's work and progress charts. Miguel has made great strides in math, and we're working on building his confidence and English language skills. Now, conversely, we might have more than one um, bilingual or multilingual or multicultural, basically a diverse family in the classroom. We have the Lee family. They are Korean. They've moved from South Korea, and they are highly um, in parents that are highly involved in their children's lives. They value education. Now, their child is excelling academically, but socially, he's a little reserved. Now, let's turn our attention to the Lee family, right? We know that we don't speak Korean, but we might want to learn some phrases, right? Remember, Korean is their primary language. We want to create a checklist of things that we need for the Lee conference. It is crucial to arrange for a proficient Korean interpreter who can accurately convey detailed discussions. Gathering, right? The student. Now, I've actually put a lot of thought and care into this particular PowerPoint. So if we want to reflect back to the family dynamic, which I've provided for you on this slide, we see that Min Ho is Anjun, Sojin, Hyojin. All of these names are actually common names found in South Korea. Lee is a common last name as well. So these are all culturally competent and accurate names. With that being said, we want to gather, right, any of Min Hu's work, academic reports, observations of his social interactions, which provides a comprehensive view of his progress. Additionally, we want to prepare culturally relevant material that resonates with Korean values, because remember, they are not the norm that you would have in the United States, right? And we want to communicate educational expectations which facilitate a meaningful discussion. All of these things should be highlighted on your checklist. So we might say a traditional Korean greeting. I would say thank you for joining us today. Again, the interpreter introduces themselves and facilitates an introduction. Let's discuss the student's progress. I, as the teacher, and the interpreter discuss the student's academic achievements as well as his social interactions, because that is why we are here. The student is excelling in math and science, but we are also focusing on helping him feel more comfortable in a social setting, right? We want to create an inclusive environment to support his overall um, development. Remember, each family brings unique strengths and challenges for our conferences. So for the first family, family 1, right? We were providing a strong language support in Portuguese and focusing on English language development. Understanding their cultural context also helps us create a supportive learning environment. In contrast, the Lee family ensures accurate communication in Korean and addresses high academic expectations while supporting social growth. That is key. In conclusion, it is effective communication with our multicultural families that begins with preparation, including using an interpreter, right? Visual aids, maybe having a pamphlet in their native tongue, respecting cultural differences and sensitivities to each family's unique background, fostering trust and collaboration. By employing these best practices, right? Because they are best practices, we can ensure productive and meaningful parent teacher conferences that support our students and academic social growth. Again, I am Maxine Bryan. Now, as you can see, I do have a heavy accent, but my first language is English. However, I understand the importance of a multicultural school setting that emphasizes the goal of an effective communication with families from diverse and linguistic backgrounds. Let us strive to create an environment where all of our students feel heard, accepted, and they really feel like they belong. Again, my name is Maxine Bryan, and thank you.